I have no idea if this is going to go good or bad, but what's up, everybody? Today we are here on the Europe server account, to play with Iron, the Fire Living Armor. So if you guys are not familiar with Iron, welcome to the club. Nobody's familiar with Iron. He is a fire unit. He has a stun on skill 1, a defense break on skill 2, and his passive will increase his HP based on the defense that he enters battle with. So one of the fun things about his passive is his passive cannot be oblivioned, because the calculation happens at the beginning of battle. So if it oblivions, it disables a passive that was already calculated at the beginning of battle. Fun fact. Let's take a look at his actual skills. First skill is the same as Copper, just does a stun. Well, stun and speed break. You know, not bad for a skill 1 that has 2 debuffs is not bad. Second skill, Powerful Smash, slams the enemy with a hammer, weakening the target's defense for 2 turns with a 75% chance, goes up to a 100% chance. Can still get, you know, accuracy and resistance can still happen. I think some people still have some questions about how, like, oh, it's a 100% chance, why didn't it not? It doesn't matter. It's like 100% chance to activate, and then after it activates, it has the accuracy resistance check after that. So just in case, I know some people still, maybe new players or returning players that like were casual and stuff like that, they don't really know how it goes. But anything that if it was not skilled up and it only had a 75% chance, then first it has to do an activation check to see if that 75%, if that skill actually activates the defense break, and then after that, it's an accuracy resistance check. So there's actually 2 different checks that go along. Anyway, that's one of the nice things about Tiana, because she doesn't have that issue. Anyway, this is a 100% chance when it's fully skilled up. It's reusable in 3 turns. It's a defense break, 2-turn defense break, 100% chance, but it's 2 turns. If it was, I mean, it's 3 turns. If it was 2 turns, maybe that would have been even more OP. Would that have been more OP? That would have been more OP. That would have been pretty good for a 3-star, actually, because he's only a 3-star. And then this Lava Armor passive, max HP increase proportional to the defense that you enter battle with. So this is kind of a thing that I've always been like curious. I'm like, is that a lot of HP? Is it not a lot of HP? Never bothered building him. 6 years later, I'm like, you know what? Let's finally build him to see how much it actually is. So here's what the I did some research. Here's what I found on my researches. At first, I calculated it wrong. I was very excited. At first, I was like, oh, it's 400% of the defense that he enters battle with is applied to his HP at the start of the battle, right? 400%. So I stupidly calculated the HP. So I was like, okay, 14,500. So 400% of that. So this was the initial me being very excited about that number, and then realized that no, Bagel, that's not correct. That's not the correct calculation, because you're using the what's it called? You're using the HP. So this is, he gets an extra 8,788 HP added to his HP pool at the beginning of battle, which is not really anything too crazy. He's still, I mean, that doesn't give him like really too much HP. Right? That's kind of the thing. It's like it doesn't give him that much HP. And then you're like, okay, but he still gets more HP, so he still has the defense. He still has defense, and then he does damage based on his defense. And another thing with these damage based on defense, I feel like I'm just like crapping on him before we even get started using him. Another thing with these living armors, though, is these do damage based on attack power and defense, right? So it says damage increases according to your defense, but it's not damage based on your defense only. It's also the attack power comes into account. So it's, I think the multiplier, if I recall correctly, is 300% of attack power and 400% of defense here. So of course he's going to do 400% of defense. He's going to do good damage based on that, but then the attack power. Same thing with Copper also. Same thing with the other living armors. Is they also scale based on their attack too. They get a little extra damage based on their attack, and most of it is defense, but they get some from their attack too. So really not anything too crazy going on with the attack. Low base attack and no attack subs in anything. So we'll see what kind of damage he does. I would like for it to be, I mean, like, of course, he's not crazy HP, right? Based on those calculations, he's not going to be crazy HP, and he's probably not going to do crazy amount of damage. So I'm like, at least I kind of want more more opportunities to use his defense break. But we'll see. We're going to give him a shot. We're going to give him a shot because some people think that I don't have any inside information on what's going to get next Second Awakening. But some people are still thinking that the Living Armors might. You never know. I mean, like, I really feel like it's going to be Grim Reapers. But I don't know what the next, I mean, like, could be Howls, could be Mummies, could be, yeah, Living Armors is possible, you know, it's death themed. They're undead style units. Anyway, actual 5 minutes later, talking about this guy. I keep thinking it's going to be 60 seconds talking. Whatever, let's actually get into some gameplay. I promise I don't ever intend to talk for 5 minutes. I just want to get all the information out. Anyway, so here's what we're going to do. For the first team, we're going to use some fun stuff. For the second team, people always ask me, is Volantis good? Like, I'm like, have you not seen any of my videos? You know how many videos I use him in? Too many. Streams too. Maybe I use him more in streams. I don't know. Whatever. That's besides the point. For team 2, we have, he's going to defense break by himself. We have immunity. We have defense buff. So, oh, we have attack power buff too. So it's going to give that little extra attack. So we'll see what happens. we will see what happens. Let's do one of the, oh, he's fast. That boy's fast. Let's do overwhelm. Increase cooltime. Let's do some CCs. Let's do, oh, nice. Let's do probably kill right there. And we'll wait for him to get a buff on. The shield. He doesn't want a shield. Okay, there's the shield. Okay, so we can finally Fire Bison's no good, guys. Fire Bison does some pretty good CC though. The shield we didn't even get it, the defense break. Whatever. This is besides the point. It's not like G3 Guild Wars though, but I mean, you gotta, I gotta do what I gotta hit whoever I gotta hit, right? That's whoever they give us. Anyway, so we have attack buff, we have a defense break. First, we need to do one of these. That was not a lot of damage. We did nothing. And then he, oh my god. Here's the thing. We did nothing. And then how long until we get another defense break? Okay. But now she's just gonna cleanse him. Yeah, she's just gonna cleanse. So it doesn't even matter. It doesn't. Because I'm always, oh, yeah. I mean, he could tank a Chow hit or 2, or probably 3. So that's nice, right? Tanky fire unit. Can we stun? No stun. She's gonna cleanse him again. She's just gonna cleanse Ritesh again. We need a defense break followed by. He could definitely tank a Justice hit. So we need a defense break followed by another proc is what we need. She keeps taking it all. Oh my god. FG. Can we nerf this light paladin? Well, they buffed the light paladin. I want this this Chow to hit it full damage. That's what I want. Yeah, he could definitely tank some hits from Chow, that's for sure. But now it's gonna take 25. Now it's gonna take 25 minutes to beat this Chow, though. That's the thing. Unless he gets yeah, that Chow, by the way, the Chow ignores the Justice, ignores the defense buff, and ignores the shield completely. If you guys are unfamiliar with the Dragon Knight's Justice. Here's the game plan for this one. We are going to, he's going to go head-to-head with Copper. This is not even that anything special of a Copper. Again, this is the Europe server account. We don't have max towers or anything here. We got them like halfway upgraded, but they're not maxed. So you're not going to see crazy like 70,000 damage or whatever. We are going to put him head-to-head against the Copper, though. Copper first team. With defense buffer. We have a defense buffer here for the second team. We have immunity because they're gonna do their light paladin stuff, so we don't want to have to deal with her. We're not using the Fran because I just wanted to switch it up, do something different. Also, we can reset the Perna with this Delphoid. So we will see. We will see how he performs versus Copper. We'll see how he performs versus Cobb. We already know what's gonna... That's a very... Wait a second. That's very... That is a very fast... That Veligil is very, very, very fast. That Veligil is very, very, very fast. That is a very, very, very tanky team. Yeah, GG. Yeah, we have no... That's, they outsped that Swift Immensity. That Veligil. That's a very fast Veligil. That's a very, very, very fast... I mean, by all means, I had no idea it was going to be that fast. I really had no idea it was going to be that fast. Let's go for, Man, I really want to do Mind Shock on Vigor, don't I? I really want to do Mind Shock on Vigor. Right, because if we do Mind Shock on Vigor, he's not going to get the crit the crit buff and the speed thing and everything. So, yeah, let's do this. Nice. We'll do that immunity. You think we should? I don't think we should have done the immunity there, actually. I think we should have waited. I think we should have waited for that immunity. Okay, so let's do a defense break, and let's hopefully get another turn. We already... Right. So we have an increased cooltime on the Perna. We can get a glancing on you. Can we... Oh, you got another turn, but that's not going to be... Hey! But that's not going to be enough to... well, now it's got... With three turns, technically he's doing better than the Copper team, but I don't feel like that is a... I don't feel like that's very fair. I don't feel like that's fair. I can't believe that Immensity got outsped by Veligil. I mean, he's obviously got a Swift Veligil, which I was not expecting, but... Yeah. We still stun. Yeah, I think that was the play, is we still stun that. Let's do a, we don't need to really do too much of anything. Let's do something on there. We'll wait until he gets his, wait until Vigor gets like another turn, and then we'll do... I was gonna Mind Shock on that. I'm like, you know, let's just do it to her. Let's just do it over there. Oh, I keep forgetting. She keeps stripping. See, that's why you have to one-shot, because if you don't one-shot, they'll just take whatever defense break you have off, unless you use Vigor 3-turn defense break, Annabelle 3-turn defense break. You see this? We have a strip here. I keep forgetting that we have a strip there. Oh my god. For real, though. Let's do a slow. Let's do a slow. Just kidding. Just kidding about that slow. Let's do a defense buff. We resisted everything. That's not the point. The point is we want to see what kind of crazy stuff he can do, but he's... I mean, he's obviously not doing crazy stuff, right? So... I mean, he can tank some things, though, so there's that. But aside from that, he's really not doing anything impressive. Can we stun you? No. Yeah, because he's got his Predator's Cry. Oh my god, he's got his Predator Cry up again. This guy. Let's do Mind Shock. Let's do one of these. It's fine that he's heal blocked. That's not an issue. But yeah, he's really not doing anything. Yeah, I mean, he's on crit damage, but he's really not doing enough damage to really... He can tank hits, but he's not doing enough damage to, like, write home about. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. You're like, wow. He did no damage over and over and over again. Yeah, he needs like his handheld to do all this damage. Although I guess they do have some decent runes. If that Veligil outsped our Immensity, and Immensity on Swift, pretty decent Swift speed. They must have better than nonsense runes. So. I was really not expecting that. I am so shocked. I'm still shocked that Veligil outsped us. There we go. Let's do a Mind Shock. Let's do one of these. And you know now, because I was wanting more fire units that do defense breaks, like fire tanks that do defense breaks. And you know, now that I built him, the next siege I do, I'm not gonna see anything that I wanted that for. I'm gonna be like, oh hey, I wanted that for this thing. I'm never gonna find those. Whatever defenses I was gonna hit with that, I'm not gonna find them. But yeah, he doesn't have a crazy amount of HP though. Like, if he had a crazy amount of HP, that'd be a different story. Like, if he could tank a whole bunch of Skogul hits and stuff, that'd be a different story. But oh my god, but this Vigor is soloing us now. Just, if you guys were curious, this Vigor is, yeah. Just Vigor. No, I don't want a draw button. Draw button. Thank you, draw button. Round 3, we're going to kind of change the way we think about him and be like, okay, let's just use him as a fire tanky bruiser that has a defense break. So he can take some hits from Chandra, he can take some hits from Perna, and he's got a defense break. Although, here's the thing, though. Here's the real thing. Here's the real thing is why I've never built him before. Is like, if we're going to use a fire tank that has a defense break, why wouldn't we just use something like Kayan, which is the Fire Vagabond? If you guys are not familiar, you guys, I know you're not familiar with Kayan. Kayan has a provoke. He got his own defense buff, which makes him even tankier. He's easier to skill up because he requires 2-star skills, and he's a defense break with skill 1. So if we need a fire tank that has a defense break that has even more HP, why wouldn't we just use Kayan? Now I want to build a Kayan on this account. Anyway, next video, we're gonna... Kayan's pretty decent, though. Kayan's underrated, in my opinion. Anyway, the first team... I don't even understand the first team, because... 2 immunities and a Miho? I don't know. So, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm missing something. Let's do one of these. This is literally our only strip. Maybe I'm missing something, and then... Actually, we should have just bombed Miho. That's what we should have done. Whatever. We'll do one of these. We'll do one of these. We'll get the CC. We'll get some of these, and then we'll get yep. Take a turn. We didn't even need to bomb this Miho, by the way. So yeah, that's a terrible team. So I'm now assuming that this person does not have good runes, based on the team that they pick. I don't want to attack break Perna because I want Perna to do his Perna Blast on this Perna Blast on this Iron. See how much no, Water Monkey, he doesn't do this in Art. I promise he doesn't do this in RTA. AoE stun. AoE, what? Where was he yesterday when it was Guild Siege time? And I'm like, okay, I just stun the one unit. And he's like, stuns no one. Now I'm just triggered. Okay, let's do one of these. Just pump some damage into her. I kind of want Perna to stay alive so that Perna can hit, I mean, clearly OP, guys. Clearly OP. So these, I kind of... Of course they're stunning every time! I want him to get hit! Of course they're stunning every time when I want this Iron to get hit. Okay. It goes so much smoother, guys. It really does. It goes so much smoother when you hit opponents that don't have good runes. Oh my god. And then we're gonna proc. Right. Because of course. Because of course. Oh, this should be our strategy all the time, is just hit opponents that don't have runes. This is like the best strategy in Summoner's Run. Guys, this 200 IQ. No. 300 IQ. 300 IQ strategy for 2021. Hit opponents with bad runes. Oh wait, that's already a strategy. It's called siege farming. Right. What was that? It's like, oh, I didn't get him. Let me get another turn. Let me get another turn. Well, there we go, guys. Iron the Fire Living Armor. Honestly, I mean, he's not anything crazy. He's not anything crazy special. I'll probably keep him ruined for siege, and because there's nothing really, he's on Violent Will, defense, crit damage, defense, but like runes like this, and a lot of them don't have not fully grinded. I'm sorry, a lot of them not fully grinded. We maxed the artifacts though. Skill 2 crit damage, no. We maxed the artifacts, but there's not enough Violent and Will grinds to go around. Everything needs Violent and Will grinds. So, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. We couldn't fully grind him up unless we were like, let's take the entire next 2 days and raid R5, and then the video doesn't come out tonight, and you know, you probably don't know the situation, but yeah, that's how it is. You're like, I gotta at least try to do the best with whatever I got, right, for today. Anyway, yeah, I'll probably keep him ruined, keep him built for siege, I'm sure, because we do siege on this account, so we may as well. I've been trying to do siege on all the accounts though. But here's another thing: the elephant in the, not even the elephant in the room. The like, I already mentioned it. Why not just use Kayan? Why not just use this guy? So if you guys are not familiar with Kayan, he gets a dungeon leader skill when he's awakened. He has first skill defense break. First skill, so it's going to be reliable. You gotta always have defense breaks on things. Attack power break, which is okay. I don't really care about this attack power break. Honestly, I'd probably use the slash rocks first skill way more. And then cry of challenge increases your defense for 3 turns, provokes all enemies with an 80% chance, goes up to 100% chance, reusable in 3 turns. Right? So he's got a consistent defense buff for himself, and he's got a defense break skill 1. So honestly, I kind of feel like I would rather just use the fire. If I was looking for a fire HP tank that did a defense break, then probably Kayan, because he's easier to skill up. He requires a lot of skill ups, but 2 stars. You know, you can feed him like wind vagabonds, and you can feed him water vagabonds. And I'm probably gonna, because I was looking for a fire unit that has a defense break, and honestly, I kind of feel like I would just I just want to build another vagabond. Too bad we can't like see him like just have him as his unawakened form all the time, because I actually think some units look cooler when they're unawakened. Now I'm just talking about nonsense. All right, guys, that's it for this one. That's the end of the video. I just want to see. Well, he's kind of cool when he's awakened too. Whatever. Anyway, that's it for the video. Bye bye, Bagel. Stop talking now. At any point, you can just stop talking. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't build iron. That's it for this one. I'll see you as always in the next one.